In today's video, we're going to talk about the United States Army Intelligence Support Activity, USAISA, also known as Intelligence Support Activity or ISA, which is a United States Special Operations Unit. What is an Intelligence Support Activity, or ISA? Intelligence Support Activity is one of the United States Special Operations Units, which mostly engages in gathering intelligence for Joint Special Operations Command, or JSOC. It's the least known intelligence component of the U.S. military. Its operations are strictly covert, and most of the information about them is not publicly available. The unit is commonly referred to as Task Force Orange. The current badge of the unit shows an American bald eagle holding a claymore, surrounded by a kilt belt that says, "Truth overcomes all bonds." The operations ISA accomplishes are not only covert but also extremely complex, dangerous, and classified. The National Command Authority assigns ISA these kinds of missions. ISA, by that name, has existed since 1981, but it emerged from its precursor called the Field Operations Group, or FOG, which was later renamed and enlarged. FOG's first operation, named Eagle Claw, was a disaster since the operators failed to rescue U.S. hostages held in the Tehran embassy. In their honor, the first badge of the unit included a claymore wrapped in the chain with one of its links broken, meaning to depict those people who lost their lives in a failed mission. ISA took part in a variety of operations, including Operation Winter Harvest, Operation Great Falcon, Operation Grazing Lawn, Operation Prime Chance, Operation Just Cause, Operation Desert Storm, Operation Gothic Serpent, Operation Amber Star, Operation Enduring Freedom, and Operation Iraqi Freedom. Besides these operations, ISA also intervened in the Seychelles, Beirut, and Yemen. The beginning and the development. The unit evolved from FOG when it started selecting new operators, eventually reaching 100 from the original 50. The ISA continued its practice of working strictly under the radar, and all its records were classified under a special access program called Optimized Talent. The ISA received a secret $7 million, or 6,386 million euros budget, and its secret base was placed in Arlington, Virginia. It was given the classified name of the Tactical Concept Activity. It included three main operational branches: Command, Signals Intelligence, or SIGINT, and Operations, as well as the Analysis branch that had a few names, including the Directorate of Intelligence and Directorate of Intelligence and Security. The first commander of the unit was Colonel Jerry King. ISA's main function was to provide support to Special Operations Forces, or SFOD-D, and DEV-GRU in counter-terrorist missions, and to other Special Operations units. The ISA was meant to perform tasks such as providing actionable intelligence collection, pathfinding, and operational support. ISA mostly operated in Latin America and the Middle East during the 1980s, but also undertook missions in Europe, East Africa, and Southeast Asia. Nowadays, even though the organization of ISA is classified, there are at least 3 known squadrons, including Operations, SIGINT, and Mission Support/Communications. The recruitment and training process. According to American journalist Sean Naylor, most operatives come from the U.S. Army Special Forces due to the necessary skills they already possess. Of course, there are also other candidates from other military branches. All candidates go through an assessment and selection course, as well as rigorous background investigation and psychological testing. Those who pass the initial tests are assigned to a special training course to receive additional training. The most important things learned during the training are tactics such as infiltration, advanced air operations, professional driving, offensive and off-road, personal defensive measures, use of state-of-the-art communications equipment, deep surveillance, weapons handling, signals intelligence, close-quarter combat, CQC, sniping, counter-sniper, as well as source development. Foreign language skills are highly favored, but are not a necessary condition to become a member of the ISA. However, in order to become a member of SIGINT or HUMINT in the field with other special missions units, and to perform covert operations in hostile environments, knowing at least some languages such as Persian, Arabic, and Pashtun is an absolute must. Changes. The intelligence support activity was transferred from the Army INSCOM to Joint Special Operations Command, where it earned a new name, the Mission Support Activity. Since 2005, ISA has typically used two-worded code names, such as Grey Fox, Centra Spike, etc. The unit was codenamed Intrepid Spear in 2009, until that name emerged in public due to leaked emails sent to the Pentagon. ISA is now commonly known as the United States Army Studies and Analysis Activity. Some structures of the former ISA had their fair share when it came to intelligence gathering and analysis operations in the U.S. Special Operations Forces mission, which led to the elimination of Osama bin Laden. Members of DEV-GRU, along with members of ex-ISA, CIA Special Activities Division operators, DIA, and the NSA, joined forces to raid Abbottabad, Pakistan, leading to the assassination of Osama bin Laden, as well as some of his associates and family members. ISA's first major operation, Winter Harvest. The senior U.S. Army officer in NATO Land Forces Southern European Command, Brigadier General James L. Dozier, was kidnapped on 17th of December 1981 from his apartment in Verona, Italy, by Italian terrorists called the Red Brigade. A vast number of U.S. and Italian forces, including Carabinieri, were deployed in order to search for Dozier. An ISA SIGINT team was sent to Italy to monitor and geolocate terrorist communications. Eventually, ISA, along with other Army units, provided very useful pieces of information that helped Italian police arrest terrorists from the Red Brigade in January 1982. Afterwards, the interrogation of the arrested took place and led to the revealing of the location of Dozier. On 28th of January 1982, General Dozier was freed unharmed by NOCS operators, commonly referred to as the Leatherheads, due to their specific headgear. This operation showed massive improvement when it comes to the U.S. intelligence gathering, after the fiasco in Operation Eagle Claw. Besides Winter Harvest, ISA accomplished many others, and we're going to talk about some that are among the most interesting ones. Operation Queen Hunter. The CIA, NSA, and INSCOM were not able to pull off the signals intelligence mission in El Salvador on their own, since they needed support provided by ISA. U.S. Army Special Operations Unit started the operation called Queen Hunter. SIGINT operators boarded a Beechcraft Model 100 King Air flown by Sea Spray, a clandestine military aviation unit based in Honduras. Operators monitored communications from Salvadorian leftist guerrillas and fascist death squads, and eventually provided necessary intelligence that led to the Salvadoran army thwarting guerrilla attacks. Grey Fox. During the war in Afghanistan, ISA, CIA, and Joint Special Operations Command joined forces to fight off enemies. Their collaboration was codenamed Grey Fox. Grey Fox managed to interfere with enemy communications and established observation posts with special operations units. Their collaboration resulted in saving more than 100 10th Mountain Division and 101st Airborne Division soldiers fighting near Takur Ghar in Afghanistan's Shahikot Valley during Operation Anaconda. The Grey Fox unit also had an immense impact on the search for Saddam Hussein and his family after the US-led invasion of Iraq in 2003. He was captured in an operation called Red Dawn. Grey Fox continued to operate in Iraq and Afghanistan with U.S. Special Operations Forces under the command of Colonel Michael K. Nagata from 2005 to 2008. The intervention in Yemen in 2002. In 2002, SIGINT specialists were deployed to Yemen as part of the Special Operations Task Force, meant to provide training to Yemeni forces in order to empower them to fight al-Qaeda forces active in the country. Unexpectedly, when the training process finished, they stayed in Yemen and helped Yemeni forces in their fight. In November of the same year, SIGINT managed to track down Abu Ali al-Harithi, an alleged al-Qaeda leader in Yemen. Not only was he thought to be the leader, but he was considered responsible for the 2000 attack on the USS Cole. Harithi's phone number was tracked to his Toyota Land Cruiser, and eventually it was tracked along a remote desert road. An MQ-1 Predator UAV, operated by the CIA, was directed from nearby Djibouti, where significant U.S. counter-terrorist forces were present at the time. The Predator carried two AGM-114 laser-guided anti-tank missiles under its wings, which distinguishes it from the unarmed variant operated by the Air Force. At the same time, SIGINT operators hacked into Harithi's phone and turned it on in order to create a signal visible to the Predator. When operatives pinned down the location, a CIA operative sent a command from his distant control room to launch a missile at the Land Cruiser. It resulted in the complete destruction of the Land Cruiser and all 6 of its occupants. That's it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like and comment on this video. Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you like what we're doing and want us to continue with more cool content. Until the next time.